Well, today's video is going to be 10 fun facts about Japan. So, I came across this website and I'm gonna read it out for you and see if any of these are true. I hope this isn't too bright, this screen, and I feel like I am wearing this jumper all the time, every time I film, but I promise I do laundry. This is clean. It's just my favourite at the minute. And summer is gone, so it's a little bit chilly outside. Anyway, so number one. So I'm gonna actually read this description there. So there's lots we love about Japanese culture, and whether you're visiting for the first time or you're already familiar with life in Japan, there's always plenty to discover about this fascinating country. Plan your next trip armed with a few fun facts to get you started. Right. Number one, it's good manners to slurp your noodles. Slurp your noodles. Japan values good manners highly, but when it comes to chowing down on bowlfuls of noodles, there's only one way to eat noisily. Slurping is a sign of enjoyment and also cools down the noodles as you eat. Get your chopsticks in one hand and lean over your bowl. Bibs are sometimes provided for foreigners, but by the time you leave, you should be able to polish off a bowl in a white top and walk out spotless. This is, yes, true. We do that, yeah, slapping. We only do that when it's just noodles, like ramens and maybe like soba noodles and stuff. Other than that, we don't really do this, but yeah. So when I moved over to the UK, I think people around me actually couldn't do it because they thought this was rude, and in fact I think this is rude in many cultures, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, we do this when we eat like noodles mainly. So if you ever go to Japan, I think you should try. But yeah, it says you should be able to polish up a bowl in a white top and walk out spotless. I don't think I've ever been able to do that, unfortunately. I feel like every time I eat ramens or whatever, I'll normally have some sort of like definitely not spotless, some stains on my t-shirt and stuff, and happens to be like white, either shirt or t-shirt, so yeah. Anyway, number traditional Christmas Eve meal is KFC. Plenty of Japanese people celebrate Christmas, but the festive fare isn't what you might expect. In Japan, it's traditional to head to your local KFC on Christmas Eve. An estimated 3.6 million Japanese feast on the KFC Christmas dinner, and hours of queuing and ordering weeks in advance is expected. Some say turkey and chicken wasn't widely available for the Christmas-curious Japanese, so Colonel Sanders stepped in to answer the demand. So I think this is true, and personally I don't know why it's not something that's like expensive or whatever, but in my life I think I've only had one KFC meal when I was a child, and that's just weird because you see on telly like commercials that oh, it's Christmas, KFC, but my family for some reason they didn't really get like any KFC or anything. They would normally have like cakes and some like Japanese karaage, which is fried chicken, but no KFC fried chicken, all homemade, like sushi and stuff like that. But that's about it, not like KFC. So I do remember one time which was actually the first and the last time I had KFC on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I remember I was so excited because I felt like I was finally like one of those people who kind of, get KFC on Christmas. I don't know, I believe it was kind of like a trendy. I believe it is still trendy, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so I think that's true, except I don't know if that's a massive thing or not. It probably is. I just didn't have many opportunities, I think. Okay, number 3. Japan is mostly mountains. Japan's big name stars are its densely populated cities, and it's not a country you would think of as a scarcely populated mountain wilderness. However, around 70% of Japan is made of forest and mountains that aren't suitable for farming or living in. There are over 100 active volcanoes, and its tallest mountain is the famed Mountain Fuji, with its elevation of 3,776 feet. Wow, I did not know this. I think I've climbed maybe 1 or 2 mountains in my life, and one of them was actually Mount Fuji. And the other, I can't remember, but that's actually, I think, might be outside of Tokyo. I believe it's called Takao, Mountain Takao. Yeah, it's not really tall, but I feel like it might touristy place. So Mountain Fuji I've been once, and it was actually a school trip. I think I might have been 16, maybe 16. Yeah, so been there, but we didn't climb the mountain from the lowest point. I think we actually drove to, well, from to the mid area, I think. So it didn't take long, but it was fun. So number 4, there's a Rabbit Island in Japan. Japan is made of nearly 7,000 islands. The little island of Okunoshima in the inland sea is best known for its curious big-eared population. The island was used to test chemical weapons during World War II, and it's said the test subjects roamed free after the war. Either way, the numbers flourished in a predator-free environment. Brackets. Dogs and cats are banned from entering brackets. And today, Okunoshima is a popular spot for cuddle bunny tourists. So, I have actually watched this on telly before, and it just looked so cute and made me want to go over there and just see them, out and about. That's just so cute. I do see rabbits over here, and they are, they are about, out and about, but sometimes I see them on roads, and not really an ideal way to kind of see them, if you know what I mean, on roads. But apart from that, yeah, I see them and they're so cute. Number 5. The number 4 is extremely unlucky. The number 4 is extremely unlucky. The number 4 brackets she. So number 4, we pronounce it she. Is widely avoided in Japan since it sounds too similar to the Japanese word for death. This is true. Keep an eye out in Japan and you'll notice buildings don't have a 4th floor. Items are sold in sets of 3 or 5, and special care is taken to avoid encountering the number in daily life. I was not actually aware of this bit, that the items are sold in sets of 3 or 5, or actually, like it says buildings. Yeah, it's either 3 or 5. I don't think I've seen buildings that have like only 4 stories. Or floors. Oh, cool, I didn't know this, but yes, I think this is right. True. I'm not too sure if this is extremely unlucky, but I do think people tend to avoid using 4. As I said, I think we associate that number with death. Number 6. There's a bizarre naked festival. Japan is well known for its non-stop festivals, but Hadaka Matsuri must be one of the most bizarre. Thousands of Japanese men strip naked in public to secure a fortune-filled year, with the biggest Matsuri taking place in Okayama, where an estimated 9,000 men get down to their fundoshi. So there's a picture of that festival on this website. I don't know if I can show it to you, but they're like naked, but they do wear like sort of like a traditional Japanese underwear, so not naked. I've also seen this on telly. I don't think we have something like this in Tokyo. It says Okayama, so that's Okayama Prefecture, which is, I don't know how far it is from Tokyo, but it's in countryside, I believe. Yeah. I do think there's so many like fun stuff or interesting things happening or festivals outside of Tokyo. But sadly, I haven't really been to other places in Japan. Certainly not all of them. We do have 47 prefectures, and yeah, there are some like places that I really love to go. For example, like Okinawa, which is in the south, and it's known for beautiful beaches and very warm environment, and I do believe there's the US base in there too. Yeah, I do believe that's like a touristy place as well. Number 7. Japanese trains are some of the most punctual in the world. The average delay of Japanese trains is 18 seconds. Well, what makes them so punctual? Drivers are trained in ultra-realistic simulators, and drive one train line only. Many don't even need a speedometer to know how fast they're going. Competition is also fierce between rail companies, so lagging behind won't do. They work hard to keep hold of Japan's huge numbers of train commuters, whatever it takes. So I'm not sure about this, the average delay. 18 seconds, but I do remember when I was a high school student, I used to commute to my school, and so I would just get on the train every morning to get to school, and if there was a delay, even maybe for like a minute or so or two, they would normally like do announcement over the radio saying, "We apologise for delay, such and such and such." So that was the norm, and that I would get like a proof just submit that to school as proof. So that was the thing. If you ever try to get a train over here, I feel like the trains are either too early or too late. Might be wrong, but yeah. So this 18 seconds average delay of 18 seconds is, I think, amazing. And stuff, and these things, I think, it made me actually realize, and also I appreciate, obviously because I'm not in the country anymore, and things are different, the culture is different, so it kind of, I miss these things. Number 8. The Japanese love wacky flavours. So there's a picture of Kit Kat and here. Eel flavoured ice cream and green tea Kit Kats are just two of the weird and wonderful flavours you can come across in Japan. Kit Kats are the most popular confectionery. You can try edamame, soybeans, wasabi and ginger ale flavoured Kit Kats too. Wow, I didn't know. I've tried quite a few Kit Kats. My family came over here about 8 years ago just to visit me, and I did ask them to buy some Kit Kats because at the time I could only get like a chocolate Kit Kats and maybe Oreo or something like that back then. And so I did ask my family, and they got like quite a few Kit Kat flavours. I think it was like obviously a green tea matcha flavour. I think it was grapes, cheesecake, strawberry, cheesecake, strawberry. What else? Baked cheesecake. So these baked ones are the ones that you need to put them in the oven for maybe 15 to 20 minutes if I'm not mistaken. So you could kind of taste baked cheesecake. What else? I can't remember, but I got quite a few, and my favourite was of course green tea. Yeah, but I didn't know about this edamame soybeans flavour. Wasabi. Oh, I do think I had wasabi before. Wasn't for me. Ginger ale. I wonder what that tastes like. But yeah, Kit Kat. I think, I'm not sure about right now, but back in maybe like 2020-ish, I read an article about Kit Kat, green tea flavour, that was actually getting produced, made in maybe Italy or maybe Germany or somewhere in Europe that would ship them to the UK. So I did see green tea flavoured Kit Kats in supermarkets necessary for tourists, but foreigners living in Japan can have one handmade in small local shops. Wow, I didn't know about 3 hand cloths. I have one hango that I brought from Japan just in case if I needed to send some documents or whatever back home. But that's it. Maybe my family has more. I wonder which hango. So one for sending of letters supposed to matter. I don't think. I feel like maybe a bank seal or an identify seal. I'm not too sure. That's yeah. I feel like this is so traditional that I think it's cool, but at the same time, I think signature might be a lot better. Obviously, it's a lot easier because if you ever needed to sign anything, any documents, important ones, and if you don't have hango for that, you can't do anything about it. And if you lose one, that's a big problem because you have to go to the shop that you registered your hango and you have to get that made again. I think that's what I've been told my family. So they were like, when I left the country, they were like, do not ever lose this hango. So I was like, okay, I will not lose this and I'll just keep it somewhere so safe that I'll probably forget about it. They were like, that's fine. As long as you keep it, it's cool. I was like, okay. So this is gonna be the last one, number 10. Anti-ninja floors are a thing. Wow, didn't know. During the feudal period, wealthy Japanese lords built homes with deliberately squeaky floors, known as nightingale floors, as a defense measure against ninjas. The highly trained, legendary mercenaries of feudal Japan was so steeped in myth and folklore. They were said to be capable of walking on water, turning invisible and controlling natural elements. That's got to be motivation to put down some new flooring. Wow. I did not know about this history. Apparently it's a thing, and that's actually quite cool because kind of makes sense. At one point, I remember I wanted to be a ninja when I was like tiny. So I would throw like a little knives at any walls or any objects and trying to practice and to be a ninja. That didn't work out. But that was the thing for me. Just one time, I don't remember. So that is all 10 fun facts about Japan according to this website. I do believe these are fun and they are, I think, facts. I hope you enjoyed this useful somehow. Or, well, if you ever visit the country, you know these things, so they'll probably come in handy. Maybe. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. おやすみなさい. Bye bye. Sweet dreams. Bye bye. Hello. こんにちは。こんばんは。Not great. And it's not great. Maybe I should do that. See if I actually like it. Okay, might be good, might not be good. I don't know. See. Come on, let's go.